Britt Baker toxic, quote unquote. So Baker made her return to the company at Forbidden Door after a lengthy 9-month layoff due to an injury, including having a stroke. However, their rivalry, hers and Mercedes Monet's rivalry, were interrupted by a subsequent suspension, and then a match against Monet All In received negative feedback. Then, more negative feedback from Britt Baker. And basically, she's had enough of the negative feedback. She says, "I'm exhausted. I'm not going to be polite anymore. Leave me alone. Politeness is 2024. We're still in 2024, by the way. Everyone needs to be real and authentic, and the world will be a better place." During the same interview, she said this during... Baker explained that a lot of the criticism she receives online that she's just had enough of. Okay, so here's the quotes. "You can't ever believe what you read about yourself, whether it's really good or really bad, or you're going to end up medicated and sedated potentially."
Yeah, what is she doing? What is she doing?
I don't know what she's doing.
She's complaining about what she reads. Go ahead.
Yeah. A fine point. It's tough because we live in a world where social media is so prominent. Social media fuels what we do, essentially. Baker continued, "We rely on it, but man, is it toxic. It's brutal. There's a whole population of people on social media who just want to make you feel bad about yourself. It's crazy we live in a world where that's their mission. I'm going to wake up today, tweet 10 mean tweets to Britt. I'm going to take a lunch break, and then maybe I'll do 10 more. It's bizarre." Now, that's true. There are a lot of sad sacks and weirdos out there on social media who finally have a voice to just be as weird and unpleasant as humanly possible. We know this. But the fact is that Britt Baker sure earns a lot of her criticism as of late because she's not had a good return since. And then, if you remember a couple of weeks ago when Britt looked in the camera when Serena Deeb came out with a flag for whatever reason and said, "Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares." No one's seen her since.
Well, that's killing the angle before it even got started. Nobody cares. She doesn't care, so why should the fans care? I don't know who's telling these people that. And I don't know if the camera of the mic should have picked that up. I don't know. That's something that actually started with a negative and went lower. So whatever's on camera, these guys need to learn that, hey, try to at least make it look like you're interested. Britt Baker didn't even look like she even cared about the girl.
Well, neither of them have been seen on AEW television since, and that was weeks ago now.
What happened to Britt? What did she get in trouble for? Did she get in trouble about?
She's just gone again. Oh no! She was suspended for 1 week because she got into it with MJF briefly, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and then she came back the next week. It's fine.
I don't know. That's their problem. They got to work through that. But people talk about the podcasters like us. We're picking it apart. We couldn't pick it apart unless they gave us the material to pick apart. We're just saying what the fans are saying or thinking anyway. If you're just such a big AEW fan, yeah, there's a lot to pick apart. There is a lot. But
do you think she's suspended? I've got a theory that she might have been secretly suspended again for the Nobody Cares rant. Because Serena Deeb hasn't been seen since either. And they were going to have a match. And the last match that Serena Deeb had was against Britt Baker, who beat her. So that's why Nobody Cares, and now she said it, and now just they're both off TV again for weeks on end. No consistency.
I cannot believe any agent told Britt Baker to say into the camera, "Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody." That's nothing. That means it makes it. It wasn't much to begin with, but they damn sure didn't add to it by saying nobody cares. Because if she says that, that's the thought you're taking away from the show, from the scene is, well, she doesn't care. Nobody cares. I don't care. So you're agreeing with them. I don't know. They need a total overhaul of a lot of their TV show. Period. So, Tony, here's my suggestion to you. Get somebody to help you out, buddy.